Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another movie review. Recently, Dad and I decided to watch Lemonade Mouth, which is an original movie made by Disney Studios, and I really wasn't sure if I would enjoy it or not, but I'm a big fan of rock and roll music, pop music, and that sort of thing, and I instantly fell in love with all the characters and everybody who was involved in it, and I was very happy to see the principal being played by Tommy Jefferson of Harry's Law fame, because I really believe that he is a very handsome middle-aged man. And that kind of sounds a little bit weird coming from me, but he is quite a looker. And Principal Branigan, his character, is just the type of guy that you want to love to hate at the very beginning. And I'm not going to give any spoilers away with Branigan, but I just liked him as a villain. And personally, I think that he did a spectacular job. I didn't know anybody else involved. I loved all the different characters: Olivia, Charlie, Mohinda, and Stella. And I thought that, and Wen. Sorry, I'm not going to leave out Wen. They were all just tremendous characters, and it just proves that sometimes destiny has a funny way of bringing people together that are meant to be together in the most unusual of ways. And I thought that the music was sensational. I thought that the dance numbers were just terrific, and I just adored all these different characters. And I identified mostly with Mohinda, because she was expected to be the perfect little Indian girl. I'm not Indian, but my parents put a lot of expectations on me, and my dad wants me to be the best that I can be, and I'm trying that, and I've made mistakes along the way. Well, who hasn't? I mean, I'm a human being, but like Mohin, or they call her Mo, like Mo, I'm finding my own way, just like she said, and I thought that is true, and I am focused on my future goals and the things that I would like to set out for myself to do. And they met a dream that they never thought was possible, and it just all came together by happenstance. And it's really intriguing to see how everything starts fitting together, especially how the band got its name, which was Lemonade Mouth. But I'm not going to go into that, but it's really a wonderful film, and I absolutely adored it, and the music was just sensational. I had to get the soundtrack because I liked it that much. Songs are still playing in my head, and there were a lot of funny moments in the movie, as well as moments that brought a tear to my eye, and they were just very touching and heartwarming. And it's kind of like, well, it had the same message as High School Musical did, which is putting more emphasis on arts and humanities programs. They're just as important, and science and math, and those chess club, that sort of thing. All these different talents that go overlooked because of athletics, because usually athletics are the main way that the school will get its money. Sad but true. And some of the stereotypes I didn't necessarily agree with, but other than that flaw, I really think that this is a 5-star film and 2 thumbs way up. And I absolutely adored it, and personally I thought that the message that was presented was spectacular, and a good message that people can learn from. And I think my favorite character was Stella, because she was kind of a rebel, and I'm a combination of Mo, Olivia, and Stella, if that makes any sense. I'm kind of a rebel. I'm a good girl, and but when I was growing up, I really didn't have many friends around me. I was sort of a loner. It's a long story. If you want to ask me, then go ahead. You might be bored to death, but and a little bit of Mo too, because of the expectations that were placed upon me. So I'm a little bit of all three, and but I think the two personalities that are more like myself, I'm more like Olivia than I am Stella, but there is a rebellious streak in me, so I do admit to that. Uh, it's really just a splendid film, and I just fell in love with everybody involved, even the villains, particularly Branigan. I just love to loathe him, and I'm not going to say what happens, but ultimately there is a happy ending for our characters. And my dad was asking me a question about Lemonade Mouth, and he said, well, are they well known, or is it a real band? And I was like, I don't know that. I don't know if it's a true band or not, or if this is a real story. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. I'd like to think that it is, because it's a great tale, and it shows that with the right ingredients you can make something incredible, and it'll sound all the sweeter. And even with lemons, you can make some lemonade. That was my insight from Lemonade Mouth, and I absolutely loved it. I just thought that it was a truly a tremendous film, and I will treasure it till my dying day, and I will show it to my children when when they come into the world, whenever that is. Uh, for the moment, that hasn't quite happened yet, but I'm thinking it will. For the moment, it's something that I can share with other people and just show them the importance of just being yourself, and how you matter, and how one's voice can be heard. It's just that whole freedom of expression thing, which should be of our main focus today, considering that America's birthday is coming up. And just to be a little bit dorky here, it actually should be July 3rd rather than the 4th, because the Declaration of Independence was signed on July the 3rd, 1774. But it just yeah, don't look at me, don't flame me, don't hurt me, please, sir. But I don't want to be hurt. I don't like people yelling at me. Anyway, I'm just sorry, I'm rambling. I shouldn't do that. But anywho, if you have a chance to see Lemonade Mouth, and if you like rock and roll music, then you should certainly see this film. And I was inspired to write a parody of my own. I'm going to record it here in a minute. I don't know where I come up with these things, but I'll go ahead and post it. In no way, shape, or form does this reflect my opinion on the film, because the music I thought was really outstanding, and the voices involved, those actors and actresses, they're so talented, and they all had beautiful voices, and I wanted to adopt all of them as my own children. I thought, I would love to have them as all my family, and then yeah, that would be so cool. But I have these strange ideas sometimes. That's about all I have to say about Lemonade Mouth. If you have a chance to watch it, it's a great summer movie. It has grand messages in it, and it's just a marvelous film, and I highly, highly recommend it, because it's very inspirational and uplifting as well, and it's just top-notch entertainment from Disney.